Welcome to Two Words for You. What's up? So
Yo,
today we're gonna get right into this elimination chamber. We're gonna break it down, go over the preview, do our predictions, and then we'll see how off we are because we've been off a couple of times.
just a couple, not a whole lot,
Just
just
a
a couple.
couple. It made sense, but we were off. So
Yeah, I
elimination
think our
chamber is
Rumble wasn't that
tonight.
bad. Our Rumble wasn't that bad, but yeah,
Not Royal Rumble. It's kind of on point. We didn't expect it, but then,
yeah,
what up? Everybody that's supporting, man, we appreciate y'all for. It's nobody watching, but it's somebody gonna watch later on. But
yeah.
anyway,
Later, yeah.
elimination chamber. How do you think they start this off tonight?
So they started off with the women in the Rumble. I think they might do that. No, you know what? It could be. So it depends. I think the main event could be one of two things. It's either the men's elimination chamber,
Has
or
to
it's
be
going
the
to
women.
be Or it could be Rocky and Cody main eventing the decision or whatever. Because The Rock talked about it a whole bunch that this whole storyline with Cody and the final boss could lead to a main event that doesn't necessarily have to end in a match. You know what I'm saying? So it
Mhm.
could be that they decide to end the night with Cody's decision on whether or not he's selling his soul to The Rock or whatever.
I think you have to end it with Cody's decision. So I think the men's match has to be the last match.
First, you think it has
You
to be?
feel what I'm
I think
saying?
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that, but I could also see them since the men's rumble isn't going to be last, or not the rumble, the chamber isn't last. They might do it first because remember they did that with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre's Hell in a Cell match. I think that
Yeah.
was originally supposed to main event, but then
Well, you
Rocky
got
made his
two chamber
comeback
matches, so you can lead with the women's chamber match because, and we'll get into predictions later. I think Jay Cargill is going to have
in
something to
appearance.
do with it. I think she's going to make an
Yeah,
appearance tonight.
yeah.
Now, it could happen, it could not. I'm just going to throw it out there. So I would start off with but okay. So here's the thing: how hard is the chamber to put up and then take apart?
Construct. That's true. Because once you do one chamber match, you might have to do the other one just to get them out the way. Unless they want
Right.
to rebuild and build it again. You might be right about that.
So you can
How did
start
they do
off
it last
with
year? I don't remember.
Tiffany Stratton and Trish versus who are they fighting? Nia
Uh,
and
Naya and
another girl. Nia.
Candace,
Candice LaRue or LeRae,
Lorray.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would start it with that. Get the
Okay.
hometown, get Trish out there. Trish gonna get a big pop. Tiffany's probably gonna get a big pop. Go ahead and get that out the way. That should be a nice match. Might have some interference with Charlotte in there, maybe.
Hmm.
Charlotte could make an appearance in that. Then you got what's the next match?
Uh, you've got
Really?
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They're having a match.
Okay. Yeah, because that
Or
one's gonna
yeah,
be that's gonna be all over the place, in my opinion. I think there's gonna be and the crowd is gonna be all over the place. It might just
yes.
it's gonna be a ride. So
I
I
mean,
would
it's in
put that,
Canada too, so you definitely want. They're probably going to get involved with the crowd. Absolutely.
yeah, yeah. So I would go then. Then do we have a tag team match? What's
Uh,
the card? You got the
Here
card, don't you? I sent you the
I'm
card.
looking at the card right now.
Okay.
Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus is the tag team match, and that's it. So we've
Mhm.
got Cody's thing, Sammy and Kevin. We've got Tiffany and Trish. We got the women's chamber and the men's chamber, and that's the card.
Okay. Yeah, so I would start with Tiffany and Trish, get that out the way. No disrespect. Go ahead and get that one taken care of first. So you can
Mhm.
start hot because Trish is gonna get a big pop. You can start hot and then immediately go into Kevin and Sammy,
Mhm.
and that one's gonna be. I said Charlotte might get involved with the first match, but there's rumors of Randy's coming back, so that could be a thing tonight.
That could be something that happens in the Sammy Kevin Owens match. I think you said something about that our last show.
Appreciate you, Caleb.
What's up, Caleb?
Yeah. So if Randy is coming back, I would definitely. He's scheduled for some shows in March. So
Okay.
I don't know. Do you immediately go into him versus Kevin Owens,
For
or is
WrestleMania,
this going to end in somebody's going into the ambulance?
I think it almost has to. Like these two are talking about ending each other's careers and stuff in the promos, and Kevin
Great
Owens is
promo.
talking
Great
fantastic
promo on
promo.
SmackDown.
Kevin Owens was like, "Hey, when I end your career tomorrow and you can't take care of your family, I will not be helping them." That was crazy.
Caleb, you got a great point. I think you could start off with KO versus Sammy because it's gonna be but I'm saying if you start that and it's gonna be hot, does Trish and Tiffany bring that down a notch?
Yeah, like usually you want your everybody go to the bathroom and pee match. You want that in like somewhere like right before the main event. I feel like is where that match should be, or not even if not right before, then like a match or two before that.
Yeah, I think they're going at least 20 minutes. So yeah, with that, I would start it off with Tiffany and Trish because I'll give them 15, 20 minutes, and then I would go to that Kevin and Sammy because that Kevin and Sammy, but you might need it. Back to your point, Caleb, you might need a letdown after that Kevin and Sammy. Just a
Yeah,
okay,
bring the
breathe.
crowd back down. Yeah,
Yeah, like okay, breathe a little bit because that was crazy what we just saw.
yeah,
So I can
yeah.
see that. I
Yeah,
can see it both ways.
yeah. I think whatever they feel like the best match, the second best match, or the second best event on the card is, they're gonna have Tiffany and Trish follow that up. I feel like. Um,
Okay, so you going Kevin and Sammy first?
man,
Because I'm assuming it takes a minute to put the chamber up and then take it down.
yeah, yeah,
I'm assuming that
yeah.
that's not an easy thing to do. It's
I
not
just,
like the
I
cage. You can just lower
Yeah, you
like the
can
Hell in a
lower it,
Cell. You can
raise it,
lower it and just put it back up.
but they got the pods and stuff.
Yeah, the chamber's a little bit more than that.
I'm trying to remember what they did last year. I think last year they started off with the women's match. Is that the year that Raquel came back and did the chamber? And she had that huge, she had an allergic reaction or something, and her face was looking weird. I think that was that. I think that was last year. You know,
I can't. I can't remember.
I can't remember. You know what? I think they'll do. I still think men's chamber first, and just because it takes too long to put the pods back together, maybe they do women's match after that, and then we go into the other regular matches or whatever, and then we have the Cody main event. I think that might be what they're doing. I think we get a chamber match first, either men or women's, one of those two.
It got to be the women's. I think because the men's chamber match, I think that immediately runs into the Rock Cody angle.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
you're gonna have to do that. So maybe no one winning the men's chamber makes sense. Even Cena, Punk winning would be weak.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, why you got to elaborate on that one a little bit, Paul.
We've had that discussion on this pod of like who's Cody's opponent for Mania, and I think we both came to the conclusion that Punk could make some sense just because they're both two big names. I think Cena makes a lot of sense. You know, we talked about that passing of the torch match. Cena had one. Rocky had one with Hogan. I can't remember if Hogan ever had one, but I think that passing of the torch match could be really good between Cena and Cody. We even
Hogan
talked
and
about
Warrior.
Hogan and Warrior.
Yeah.
I think we even talked about Cody and Seth making some sense just because of the history between those two guys. I think we both decided though that yeah.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, Logan Paul is.
No, he's not winning this match. No,
I'm not saying he's winning, but I'm saying because okay, let's get into this a little bit. CM Punk says I don't care about being the main event at WrestleMania no more. That was younger me. I'm more mature. I can be not in the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Paul. Last night, Logan Paul, he showed you why he's where he's at. And a lot of people ask, why is Logan Paul there? Because he is hateable. He's a
Yeah,
hateable person.
he draws a reaction, big reaction.
He makes you react. Faking out with Cena music last night. I know Miz has done it before. Miz might have done it the best because that was
I think so.
Shawn Michaels done it the best when he said Bret
Shawn
Hart.
Michaels did it
That
really
was the
good too.
best. So it's been downhill from there. But last night was pretty good. That even my kids thought that Cena was coming out last night. Yeah. So what he did last night was amazing. It's just I pray they don't do.
Logan Paul versus Cena. They're teasing it. They're teasing it a lot.
They are teasing it, man. It could be either Cena, it could be Punk.
I think if they do Cena and Logan, I think Cena goes over, though, for whatever that's worth. If they do end up going that route, I think Cena goes over. I mean, it's like, can you really have John Cena lose his last WrestleMania ever? Like, after he's lost like 2-3 WrestleManias in a row.
Yeah. So it has. I'm going with CM Punk and Cody because
okay, so we're talking chamber winners now. Because the last episode we did a lot of this makes sense. Okay,
let's not skip. Okay, so all right. So if we got Tiffany and Trish, I think they go over. I think that's
I think that's an easy.
That's an easy call right there. So it's not that much intrigue into that match. So not that it's any fault of them, but it felt like a kind of a rush angle that they haven't really developed.
And that's a shame because I think an angle between Nia and Tiffany could be really good just because of the history between them two. You know, they were attached at the hip or whatever. So I think an angle between those two could be really good. It's just they're like you said, they're rushing it. Now, unless Charlotte, you know, we got some shenanigans from Charlotte, she officially like turns heel or something and costs them the match. That could be intriguing. But like you said, I don't think there's a lot of mystery to this match.
Kevin and Sammy. I don't think
this one is tough.
I don't think, and if I was booking it, I wouldn't have a winner at all. It would be a double.
Yeah, you did talk about this.
Count out, something double. No
can't
finish.
Continue. No contest.
Yeah, we just can't continue. It's too much. Yeah. This needs to be bloody. It needs to be brutal. It needs to be ugly. It also needs to be like, oh my God.
Don't want to watch. Yeah.
Don't do that. It needs to be something like that.
Yeah. Okay. You said what you would. You said what you would do. We need to start. We need predictions. This is the prediction show, sir. All right. No more what you would do. Who do you think is winning this match? What do you think is going to happen?
It's going to piss people off, but KO might need to win.
I think so too. I think he wins. He goes over, and he does some serious damage to Sammy.
Yeah.
Like we might not see Sammy for like a few more months.
Maybe 2 package power drivers
through like a ladder. Ooh.
It has to be. It has to be brutal. It has to be. Oh my God! Get him off of him. It has to be something like that. It has to be bad. And Sammy's a great seller, so that's cool. I think he can pull that off.
Yep.
So that's how I got that one going. I would hope it would win. It would go. Now that makes sense. That it has to be one of those. We had to stop it. It wasn't really no winner. You just had to stop it.
I think that could make sense too.
I got you. I agree with you, Caleb. A lot of big spots. I think Orton's comebacks and cause KO to set up the main.
You could.
You don't really, but
I don't know. You don't have to cost KO the match.
Yeah, I don't know if he needs to cost him the match, Caleb, because he already beat him and put him out of action for months.
He could just return. Like, say KO wins the match, he's going for more. Like you said, he's trying to end Sammy's career, and as he's going for like that third package pile driver or whatever, and here he comes. You know what I'm saying? I think that could set up the match just as well as him interfering and costing him the match. I don't think. And plus, the way they set this storyline up, I don't know if Sammy would even be satisfied with him winning because Orton interfered. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So
but Orton being in the match though, or making an appearance, definitely makes a lot of sense at some point.
Yeah, I do. So we'll take it halfway, Caleb. We'll give you props and then give us some.
Yeah.
I like that angle. I think that'd be nice. Women's Chamber.
Mm-hmm. We went back and forth on this a lot.
The betting favorite is Bianca.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I think they are giving Roxanne Perez Alexa Bliss the way they set that up last night.
Okay.
Naomi is cool, but I don't think Naomi is big enough to win to headline a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Bayley has heat with Roxanne Perez too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you want to do that. Who else is in the match?
Bianca, Naomi, Bayley, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne. There's one more.
Is Liv in it?
Yes, Liv Morgan.
You kind of just came off of Liv and Rhea.
I think we both decided that Liv and Rhea is not the Mania match.
Yeah. So I know the betting favorite is Bianca, but Bianca seems like she makes the most sense right now.
Because
you don't want to see Bayley versus Rhea again, do you?
I don't necessarily want to see that. I think last show we talked about Roxanne. They put a rocket on her, but that was until yesterday when they kind of teased the Alexa Bliss thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Roxy was my pick to win, but I think now we finally get Bianca Rhea Ripley on the main roster.
It's time.
I think so. Like they've been the two biggest.
That leaves Naomi open for a Jade Cargill situation. And I said, and we've been saying that Jade Cargill versus Bianca is ultimately the match, but Naomi is the Rikishi of the situation, and Bianca's Triple H in this situation, in this scenario that we're using. So, okay, I wouldn't be mad at Bliss. I just think they set up the whole year for Bianca versus Jade.
They have been. I think, I don't know. Alexa Bliss versus Rhea Ripley could be fine, but it just seems like they're setting her up for Roxanne. Like they're having her set her up as like a leader of the Wyatt Six, and then having them take on Roxanne in some way. That's what it feels like it's headed toward.
Who's the girl in NXT that Bayley's beefing with?
It is Roxanne. I feel like it was. So they just Roxanne? They did an NXT pay-per-view. It was Roxanne, Cora, Julia, the NXT Women's Champion, and Bayley in a Fatal 4-Way match. So you could be either talking about Cora or Roxanne at this point. Them two are beefing with Bayley a little bit.
Yeah, because Bayley's like the odd one out in the match. It's like, what do you do with Bayley after? Not to disrespect Bayley in any way, but
but it's pretty like I thought it was going to be Bayley, but Roxanne beat her. Yeah. So that's what I was just about to mention. I really would pick Roxanne to win this chamber if they hadn't set up the Bliss angle or whatever, just because they just had her pin Bayley, and that's no small thing.
Right.
Like, no, in my mind, I was thinking, man, what would it take for me to pick Roxanne Perez to win this elimination chamber? In my mind, I was like, man, they would have to be treating her like they were treating Bianca, like they were treating Rhea Ripley, and they are, because she has been winning her matches on the main roster. So, man, I feel like it could be Roxanne, but like you said, Bianca's the favorite.
I had Roxanne picked all the way up until last night
Yeah.
because that was like, okay, that's where we going. Oh, the
Yeah.
Sister Gail DBD, the Sister Abigail DDT.
DDT. You like it as a finisher?
Yes,
I like
two
it too.
thumbs up. Two thumbs up. I love it.
I wonder what it looks like when she tries to do it faster. Like the Sister Abigail, Bray Wyatt can pull out quickly. Like we've seen him pull it out, set it up quickly, and then boom, slam him. I wonder if the
Right.
Sister Abigail DDT is always going to be one of those. She has to take her time and do it. Like the kill switch that Christian does. That move takes some time to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh
because
yeah,
you gotta
You
pull
gotta,
and flip them around and then hit it. So Sister
yeah,
Abigail DDT is kind of the same way. So I'm interested to see her do it a little faster, maybe in
and
like
and and
situations.
and make it strong. I don't want to see nobody
Yeah,
kicking out of this for at least 6 months.
yeah. So, but yeah, I like the move too. Yep.
So I'm going Bianca as winner of the women's chamber.
Mm-hmm.
You finally get
I,
the Bianca versus Rhea Ripley. So
yeah,
unless
and
they
that's a rhythm.
let Io Sky, Io
Io
Sky,
Sky win the match. That'd be crazy. Ooh,
I don't
but
think you do that. I don't think you do that. Not yet.
I don't think so either. But Alexa Bliss versus Io Sky, that could make some sense too. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I
would
don't
love
know.
to see that. There's a couple ways they can go. The men's
Yep.
match.
All right.
Go ahead, because
Biggie.
I'm still. I think I was on CM Punk the other day. I think I'm still
Uh-huh.
there.
Okay. I
I think I'm
still
still there.
think. I think was it no you. I think you sent me like someone's like WrestleMania proposal or whatever. I can't
Mhm.
remember um if that fantasy booking I think it was either Punk or Cena in this spot, but where Cody turns down the Rock's deal or whatever, and then we get to the Mania match, and whoever it is that's Cody's opponent actually does take the Rock's deal, and they become champion or whatever, and they go on to do that feud. I think that's an intriguing option. But to win this Rumble, I'm still where I was when we did the show last. I think Drew is not going to win this match. I think Logan Paul is not going to win this match. And I think Seth is not going to win this match. So that just leaves Cena, Punk, and
Paul.
no, I think
Oh, okay, you said what?
who
No, that just
is
leaves
in.
Cena and Punk.
Oh, Priest, Damian Priest. That's who I said. I didn't say Drew wouldn't win this match. I said Damian Priest. Damian
Yeah.
Priest, Logan Paul, Seth. I can't see winning this match. So that just leaves Drew, Punk, and Cena. And I think it's Cena. I think we get Cena, Cody, build it like you built, The Rock and Cena, the greatest of two generations or whatever, the big baby face of two generations, have them fight it out, and then we can talk about the details later of who turns on who or if anybody turns on anybody, but I think the winner's Cena.
Here's a just off the top. You do the Cody Rock angle before the men's chamber. Do it earlier.
Oh, do
or
it
between
early in
the
the show.
chambers. Or something like that.
Okay.
Well, like I said, I don't know how long it takes to set up the chamber or not. Do it before the chamber matches.
Right.
Cody declines the invitation. Have The Rock come out for the winner to shake his hand. My champion.
Yeah, you're my champion
and you
now.
You can immediately get into your WrestleMania build. Boom, right there. You're already off to a big start.
Yeah. Caleb just asked, I think, does Roman Reigns show up in this pay-per-view at all? I don't think so.
He could.
Maybe.
There's so many ways it could go. I would want him to show up but I don't think you need to set. Do you really need to set up him versus Seth? Do you need anything else?
I think it would just be funny to have him cost Seth the match or Punk the match or whatever. I think it was in IGN of all places. Yes, it was. He recently did like an IGN, like he did a meme review or something for them that recently came out. And
Oh
during
yeah,
that
he's
interview,
promoting the game. He's promoting the game.
yes. And during that interview, there was like the meme of him holding back CM Punk during the War Games thing. And he's like, yeah, I will always be holding him back. He's never going to be going anywhere as long as I'm there. And that kind of, made me, scratch my goatee a little bit. Like, do we see Roman Reigns cost CM Punk the match at Elimination Chamber? I don't know. It was an offhanded comment, but it just got me thinking.
Yeah. I think Punk versus Cody.
Makes a lot of. I think you're leaning that way. You keep saying that. I think you're leaning that way. I think you're gonna pick Punk.
I think I'm going Punk. I am going Punk because I just think that's the biggest Mania match that you could make at this time, especially if you put The Rock into it.
Yeah, that would be a very big match.
This is why I wouldn't choose Cena, and this is my problem with Cena right now.
Okay.
I know when he's leaving. Yeah. I know he's leaving in December, regardless of whatever happens. I know he's leaving in December. So it's a shelf life there that I don't like.
Yeah.
You feel me? I don't.
There's like an expiration date.
Yeah, it's an expiration date on it. I can't trust it. So I hate to say it, man, but okay, so here's how it was last night. Drew McIntyre starts it off.
Okay.
Who comes in? Damian Priest. There you go, right there. Drew versus Damon. Seth comes in. Boom. Seth is. CM Punk called him an oven mitt last night, and it was hilarious. That was hilarious.
That was funny.
Very Seth comes in. Immediately, Punk comes in right after him and goes for him. So you got it's a Seth Punk type of thing. But then Logan Paul throws the monkey in the wrench. He throws a wrench in the system, trolling with the John Cena, and then kind of going at Punk at the same time. So I don't really know where they're going with Logan Paul. Logan Paul is the wild card of this match. Because who does he cost? Does he cost Cena? Does he cost Punk? I have to be of the belief that Cena or Punk is not gonna. You don't have too many more main events in you, bro. Like you're 40 something. I know he quoted that I don't care. I don't have to do the main event. I just don't believe that. It has to be either now or never. And I think if you throw Logan Paul in with Cena, part times you don't have to. It doesn't have to be a tremendous build, and Logan Paul is heel enough to get it over, and he could capitalize off this. Who would benefit the most off of a Cena match? You know what I'm saying? Like Cody can't go no higher than where he is, right? I just don't.
It's just a passing of the torch thing. Like when Cena,
I'm not mad about that, Caleb. Paul calls Cena because Cena is the sentimental favorite.
Yeah, and that would be very heelish of him to do that. That makes a lot of sense to me, just because I think Logan Paul is going to have an opponent at WrestleMania. It's just a matter of who. And of the guys that are in the chamber right now, the two that make the most sense is Punk and Cena.
Punk and Cena. They make the most sense.
Yeah.
Because we already put Roman with Seth.
Yeah.
And then we were thinking about a three-way. But in that three-way, Punk feels out of place in that three-way. Even though it makes sense, but he just feels like, nah, I wouldn't do that.
I think I don't think there's a world where CM Punk isn't facing Cody Rhodes and is not facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I just don't think that world exists. So, like, if Logan Paul, like, to me, Logan Paul's opponent for WrestleMania that makes the most sense is John Cena. But also, I think John Cena's winning the Elimination Chamber. So there's like two minds like battling right now. So that's why I think what you're saying is making a lot of sense, because Punk versus Cody makes sense as a main event. Logan versus Cena makes the most sense for Logan Paul as an opponent at WrestleMania to me.
It's because we grew up on Vince McMahon, I think.
Maybe.
And we're booking it like Vince, and then we're booking it like Triple H at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because no disrespect to Vince, because he's a genius, but you kind of towards the end you kind of could predict those who was going to win. It was more.
He wanted the biggest match. He wanted the biggest matches at WrestleMania, no matter what. Like he kind of shoehorned Brock Lesnar being WWE champion versus Roman Reigns as Universal champion. That like kind of shoehorned. That was a very Vince thing to do.
That's a good question, Caleb. That's a good question.
Where does the storyline with Hammer? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why him in the triple threat with Roman and Seth makes a lot of sense to me. Like the favor is I want to fight. I want the main event at WrestleMania. So on night one, it's me, Roman, and Seth, and that's the favor.
What if the favor was get me in touch with Rock?
I never.
That would pay off the favor.
That could pay off the favor in that way. Like sometime before his WrestleMania match with Cody, he's like, "Hey, Paul, I'm cashing in that favor," and then we never hear of it again until WrestleMania comes, and then maybe like Paul Heyman comes out during the match or something, and he just looks concerned or does something, and then he gives a signal, and then here comes The Rock, helps CM Punk win, and the rest is history. So maybe
great question, Paul. Does Cody turn before Mania?
No chance. I think there's no chance. You don't turn a babyface like Cody Rhodes before WrestleMania. I don't think. I think there's no way.
That also brings that also makes it make Punk make more sense. Because if he declines, he's not going to turn. So you need a heel. Who's the best to turn heel currently right now?
It could be Punk, but I think
a big match.
It could be Punk. I also think Cena turning makes a lot of sense too. Okay, because we never got this big John Cena heel turn. I'm just saying, we never got the big John Cena heel turn. He talked about it. He had the music for it. He had the gear for it, and they never did it because Vince held him back. I don't know I don't see Vince around no more.
Turning Cena heel.
He can finally do it. He's got nothing to lose now. He don't got no t-shirts.
What's the motivation behind it though?
He just finally turns. He's ready to. He wants that. He's during his press conference. He said, "What's best for business is that I go and say confidently that I'm going to win my 17th World Championship." Why would he be so confident that he's going to win it? Because he's working with the boss. He's working with the final boss. Okay.
I'm telling you, the expiration date on it ruins it for me.
Maybe.
But
maybe he takes that back. That could be part of the heel thing. He's like, I take it back. I'm never retiring. I'm never letting go of this championship. Or maybe that's part of the heel. He's like, yep. And once I leave, I'm taking this with me. That could be like a heel thing to do. I don't know. That could make sense in my mind. But like I said,
so many ways they could go. It's not a lot of matches. So it's only 4 matches. So I think we're going to have to get some storytelling in between these matches. I think the Jay Cargill storyline is going to come out. I think this Rock Cody, which is this is so out of the blue right now. I can see, okay, let's do this. I can tell you why Cody will turn. This is one of the reasons I think Cody returns.
Okay.
The pressure of everybody has come up to Cody and said, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, the pressure.
The pressure of I'm coming for you. I'm going to stab you in the front. Kevin Owens' whole thing. Yeah. All of this together. And it's just like, man, I can't do this alone anymore. Yeah.
But do they do that before Mania? I don't think so. I think he says no at Elimination Chamber and then changes his mind at WrestleMania. Like The Rock gives him one final chance or something. Or he does a fake thing where he says no, The Rock, fakes like he's angry. And then during WrestleMania, he comes out, he's about to hit Cody with a chair and it's like a fake out. The Vince McMahon thing. They just do that again, part 2.
If they're doing it like the Cody versus Rock, the corporate champion, that's been my basis for it. Because Vince just put him through like crazy matches, like that whole time building up to it, and really got the fans on his side. Cody already got the fans on his side. You know what I'm saying? Like he already got that part. This is difficult, man, which is great for business.
Yeah.
Let me see. Caleb said, Rock said something that in that crazy ass promo. It wasn't.
Best
that
for
promo was
business.
crazy. We got to talk about the promo. So, just for best for business, Cena says something about best for business. Cena wins. He sells his clothes for Kevin.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. It's a remake of Austin turning on Rock.
Yeah, at WrestleMania 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, because Austin said, what did he say? I had to make sure I need to beat you, Rock. I have to beat you. Which is WrestleMania 17 to sit down with Rock
and
Austin,
Stone Cold,
Jim and Jim Ross, one of the best promos of all time.
Yeah.
I randomly just watched that promo every once in a while because it was the best promo of all time. Whatever.
Yeah.
But WrestleMania 17 is one of the best setups of all time. Everything clicked that year. I can see that. I can see that too. The handshake with but who would they pop for? What would make the most noise? If you're turning Cody heel, which opponent would make the most noise of turning on him? That could still be Cena or Punk.
Yeah, it could be either. Because
if it's Cena, everybody's going to be mad at you. If it's Punk, everybody's going to be mad at you too.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
I love this. I love it. This is a great problem to have. It's not a bad problem.
Yeah. I agree.
It's just The Rock did it again. The Rock came in and stole WrestleMania again this year.
Okay.
Just like he did last year.
That. We need to talk about this, okay?
The promo?
The promo and the whole situation, okay? Because we had a discussion, a minor disagreement about whether or not The Rock coming in every year at the tail end of the year, coming just in time for WrestleMania, if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And tell me if I'm wrong, but your perspective is like it's good for business because first of all, he's a wrestling genius, and the way he sets things up, it just makes it so much more intriguing. Like last year, just him getting involved. Now we've got night one main event with him and Roman and Cody and Seth, and that set up the night two event or whatever.
He took last year's WrestleMania up a notch,
up a level.
If it was a 9, he took it up to a 10, definitely.
Yes. And it was at the time where there was a lot of main events falling through because CM Punk got hurt. Seth was like hurt, but he was still wrestling. And then you have this year, he comes in with a promo that wasn't that popular, but it still now gives a whole new storyline to WrestleMania that we didn't necessarily have before. Because we were talking about during the Rumble, like, okay, Jay's going to first Gunther. Who's Cody's opponent? And we just didn't know who that was going to be until The Rock shows up. Right. So I think your perspective makes a lot of sense from like a business wrestling WrestleMania perspective.
Yeah.
I just don't like it because it's a bad precedent. Okay. I don't like the big superstars. Like we have Triple H masterminding, setting up these long, super long storytelling stories. Okay. We set up Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes for like 2 years, 2+ years. We set that up. And then all of a sudden, Dwayne wants to come in and put that on a hold, put that on stop. Cody wins the Rumble, but now you got to give me your championship opportunity. By the way, we didn't
I'm gonna fight. Go ahead. I don't want to fight you back yet, but here we go.
We didn't get Cody versus Roman WrestleMania 40, one of the greatest matches ever, because of The Rock. We got that a little bit in spite of The Rock because he wanted Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania, which would have been a great match. But it wouldn't have been Cody and Roman ended up being. And then we have this year where he set it up last year perfectly. He said, when I come back, I'm coming back for you, whether you have the title or not. and then he comes back for Netflix and wants to kind of is trying to bury the hatchet a little bit, pretending like he's a baby face, making everybody think he's not even going to be involved at WrestleMania. He's free balling these promos. He's not even writing anything down. We don't know what he's trying to get across. So we're just all confused. And we're like, okay, you said you were coming back for Cody. What happened to that? Now he comes back. He cuts another rambling promo, which was, if you put that mug on 1.5x, it makes a lot more sense. Okay. If you just don't have it all slowed down like he had it, it makes a lot more sense. He's basically saying, oh, well, the reason I wanted to be friends with Cody is because, I realized he was such a good champion. Now I want him to be my champion, which is fine. Okay. I just want consistency. I want consistency throughout the year, throughout the storylines. And that's going to be hard to get. What was it that The Rock gave Cody? Oh, in his hand or whatever. I don't think we ever figured out what that was. But
was it his watch? Was it Dusty Rhodes' watch or something?
I don't think it was Dusty's watch. I thought, because Cody gave everybody watches before WrestleMania 40, so I thought that's what it was. But then The Rock ends up, I think it was before the SmackDown he appeared or whatever. He took a picture with the watch. He still has it. So if he gave that to Cody, it wouldn't make any sense for him to still have it. But anyway, I just want consistency. And I don't think we can get that if every time WrestleMania, The Rock waits until WrestleMania comes around to actually make some sense and to start getting some story going. Like, he had a great opportunity at Bad Blood to do all this soul selling promo setup or whatever. And he didn't do it. He just came out and like, what's that? What are you doing? It's just, I would be fine with everything that he's doing if he just took more steps to set it up. And he doesn't. He just free balls it. It feels like he's ad-libbing every time he comes out. It does anything. Like, I still don't know if Bad Blood makes any sense. So anyway, that's my ramble. I just want consistency.
So here's a couple of problems. I'm not saying this to you directly or personally.
Okay. Go off, King. Okay.
Sit back and enjoy the ride that The Rock is taking you on.
Yeah, he says that.
Okay. He said that. Now that sums up everything. But okay, we're gonna get a little detailed about it.
Oh.
Okay, so I think he is evolving into the new Vince McMahon character. Okay. Not the Mr. McMahon character, not Vince McMahon. The evil boss of it all. That's why he keeps saying, I'm TKO, I'm chairman, I'm the head of the table, I'm the head of the board, or whatever he is. There's times where he's putting on babyface promos as Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. And then there's a heel portion of his character that he's doing. We haven't really seen the difference yet. Like, I don't know what he's going to be yet. Okay, so if he showed up in like a suit, then we could be like, okay, he's heel Rock tonight. Mm-hmm. But if he shows up in the Versace shirt, I don't know is he coming back as a Rock? Is he coming back as Dwayne Johnson, the head of the board? Like, is he the final boss tonight? I think he got too many characters going on at the same time, and it's hard to because the Netflix Rock, I think I explained it to you as he's not in character. He's really just like Vince McMahon kicking off a new era of the show. It's not. He's not final boss Rock. You feel me? And for a casual fan, you just know him as The Rock. So they had a lot of new casual fans hit with the Raw on Netflix. So I think you didn't come out as a character. Now, when he came out on NXT the next night, I think that was more in character of what he said, and which gave us the quote of just enjoy the ride that The Rock is taking you on. Mm-hmm. I don't like when people act like we weren't asking for Rock versus Roman, though. Like
that was a huge discussion.
Yeah. When The Rock says, "I'm going to eat tonight," should I sit in the booth? Should I sit at the bar? Or should I sit at the head of the table? A pop. A large pop. it wasn't like people didn't want Roman versus Rock,
Yeah,
bro.
and even before he cut that promo, there were talks about Roman and Rocky facing
It's
off.
been
Like, yeah,
Roman versus Rock for years. They teased it on the TV show, Young Rock. They teased it.
yep,
Oh, something like that has to be on WrestleMania. They've been teasing that one for years. Like, so I understand what Cody was doing, and I think they made the most of that situation, and then they made him the final boss, which I think it kind of gave him to a whole new character, a whole new era of The Rock. And yeah, I think he's lining up to be Mr. McMahon.
yeah.
Is
I think,
Cody
yeah,
is Cody The Rock in this situation, or is he Stone Cold Steve Austin?
it's a good question. I don't know if he's necessarily stone cold. I mean, The Rock called him the People's Champion. He did call him that.
So this is what I'm saying. I can shift CM Punk into the Stone Cold character.
You could. You very well could.
I can shift Cody into the People's Champion. I think right now as we speak, if he's gonna if we got The Rock as McMahon, you got Cody as The Rock as the corporate champion, then you got CM Punk as the Stone Cold against the Authority guy. You can't turn him heel right now. You can't turn Cody right now because if he loses at WrestleMania, it doesn't make any sense. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because that kind of throws. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
well,
we just had a babyface champion, and then we had a
yeah.
heel
So
champion
it
for
has
like a
to,
month. Yeah,
bro. I'm really stuck. I just really want to see how far it's gonna go. Because
yeah.
at the same time, Roman needs to be in this mix somewhere, doesn't he?
I don't think so, and I think that's why we haven't seen him on TV a lot. Is because he's they're trying to make sure he doesn't get involved in the
That's
championship match.
that's hilarious. He said they're
Huh.
stringing it out like Floyd Mayweather to fight Manny Pacquiao.
Man,
That got struck out for about a good 5 years. I
it
don't
did, and
know.
they could have said that. And by the way, if they wanted to, Rock versus Roman would have been perfect for this year. That would have been a perfect time to do Rock versus Roman. Roman doesn't have a belt. Rock doesn't have a belt. They don't need a belt to fight over it. They could have set that up this year. The Rock had so many appearances. It could have set up Roman versus Rocky if he wanted that so bad, and he didn't.
So is The Rock a problem?
So here's
He's
the
good for
one.
business. He's great for business.
That's the one reason why I'm not like shouting from the rooftops that Rocky needs to be put out to pasture or whatever. It's because he's a wrestling genius. Okay, the man is a wrestling savant. Like, how does
Nobody else could do this either. Nobody else
like
could do it.
how does he take the entire world basically turning on him into one of the best villains like ever? He turned himself into the final boss. He made that up himself, by the way.
Yeah.
It turned it into the Versace robe, turned it into 2 main events at WrestleMania. He turned people hating his booking decisions and turned that into 2 WrestleMania main event matches and appearances.
He's a genius.
That's why he's getting away with what I think is a bad process. Like, you remember in school when you would take math tests or whatever, and you would get the right answer, but you would go about it the wrong way, so the teacher wouldn't give you points. That's what's happening right now. The Rock is getting the right answers, but he's doing it the wrong way. Like, the way you get great WrestleMania matches is supposed to be, you got this great, long, drawn-out story that makes a whole bunch of sense, and you build over the years, making appearances, steadily appearing and making your appearances make sense. The Rock is not doing that. The Rock is just free balling and doing whatever, and then we happen to get a match that we really like at WrestleMania at the end. And that's what's happening. And I don't like it, but the results are hard to argue with.
He has a problem if he doesn't wrestle.
Yeah.
Paul, we're getting to a level of he's not gonna be, because Rock is getting old. He's not gonna be able to wrestle. I think, and you know what, Paul, to hit on your point, I think they would love it. This could have been perfect for Triple H, but he can't wrestle.
Yeah, he can't wrestle. No
He
more.
can't wrestle.
And The Rock, man,
So it
for
would be just
all
all talk. It would be just all talk. But with The
yeah,
Rock, it's like at least I know Rock
he
could probably
can,
beat Cody's ass or
bruh.
Roman.
It's every time The Rock steps, well, not every time, but every time he's had like a proper match, not like a squash, not like a do the three moves of doom and then pin the guy or whatever. Whenever The Rock has a proper match, he always looks good. Always looks like he just is riding the bike again. Like his match at WrestleMania 40 on night one was phenomenal.
He did
Phenomenal. And
great
he's talking trash while he's doing it. He's talking trash while doing this match.
the entire
So
night. Don't let all this distract you from the fact that
it's for the second straight WrestleMania. Yeah, it's looking like
sorry,
we
Jay.
getting a Jey Uso WrestleMania main event moment, and Gunther's just in the way.
Night
Gunther
one,
is just
yeah.
in the way.
Yeah, Jey Uso's getting that Eddie Guerrero night one. Yeah, he's gonna get that.
Deserved, by the way, deserved.
Where do you go with Gunther? We're definitely gonna have to get into
Yeah,
where do you go
he's
with
not
Gunther
in the Elimination Chamber. Okay, we will have time for Gunther.
All right. Yeah. I think he was staying true to the Triple H thing. I don't know. But I love this match, man. Because it's not even the match. I know the match is gonna be good. I hope. Oh yeah. Before we even start, I hope no injuries tonight.
No, oh please no.
Please,
Knock
God,
on wood. I don't know why you would even say that.
No, I'm just saying. I just because I was watching the behind the scenes with Shawn Michaels and Booker T where they went over the first one, and Booker T said I was sitting next to Triple H like somebody's gonna get fucked up.
yeah.
And it was Triple H.
Yeah.
But you know, well, I would say it's gonna be some bad bumps, but you don't have a lot of high flyers in this, so it's not gonna be
no like a Montez Ford isn't out
top
there.
of the cage.
They're jumping off. Well,
yeah, nobody's doing that tonight.
Well, Logan, he's a young man.
Logan
is a young man. He's spry. He's athletic. He might jump off something. Coax him into it.
Yeah, it's gonna be some crazy spots, but the storytelling is gonna be on display tonight. I think it's gonna be a lot of storytelling. The Rock.
I think we'll know the WrestleMania card. I feel like for at least all the guys in the chamber after tonight, we'll know the card.
Mm-hmm. I think The Rock is a wild card, man. I think he's the fly in the ointment. He's just a game changer. But it works, and I want to see it, and I want to see what he's gonna do. And why are you taking Cody's soul? What does that mean?
Oh my God! I could not believe it when he said that. He did all that rambling, and I'm like, you know what? I can forgive that. That's just Rocky. That's just how he does. He's getting to the point, okay? And then he's like, I don't even want the belt. I don't even want the belt. He's like, what? You want my belt? No, I don't even want the belt.
And it's like, what is he talking about?
What are you talking about? Why are you speaking?
I want your soul.
That was so crazy. I almost felt. I was at work. I'm like, what the hell is this going on about?
I think I text you like, okay, I don't know what that was.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God! Yeah, Caleb. That wasn't one of The Rock's finest moments.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! And he had his hand on Cody's cheek. He's like caressing his cheek. I want your soul. What? What are you on about? And then he called him brother. That was insane.
Oh God. I will say the last one on SmackDown was way better.
Yeah, that was crazy. Oh my God!
Crazy.
He's like. He said he has a belt embroidered with Cody's soul on it, which was crazy enough. Okay. I'm like, that's insane. And then there's a date on it. I'm like, what's that date? That's not the date of the chamber, is it? He's like, this is the day your dad died. I'm like, what? Are you insane? There is no way that passed the test with Cody. Like, I'm sure it did. I'm almost positive The Rock ran it by him first. But that is crazy.
I will say this, bro. I think The Rock is running. He is running without a script. There's no script for what he's doing.
Yeah, you think? You think?
Unless Paul Heyman is behind it somehow. But they're not running with a script.
I think the final boss is just making it up as it go. Like he has and that's the craziest part.
I'm not mad at
'Cause
it though. That's the thing. Like it
I-
doesn't make sense, but I'm not upset. I'm just,
Like he clearly like it's two things are very clear to me. One is that he doesn't have a script, but two, he has some idea of what he wants to say when he gets out there. Because
right.
for the soul, I want your soul promo, he's like he gave a cue. He was like, "Oh, we put up that picture of Cody and Mai's mom up on the screen?" And they had it like right away. So he had that at least prepared, but he's just not preparing what he's saying, I guess.
He's still using Brian Gorix, whatever his writer's name is. He's still using that guy.
I guess, but I guess he doesn't write it down.
Pretty much, Caleb. When you're the final boss, you call your own shots.
I guess
we don't know where it's going. We don't know what he's doing. I don't care. I just want to see it. I don't know where he's going with this.
I do not approve. Show your work, Rocky. Show your work. Okay.
All right. So what do they have to do for this to come together tonight? What do they have to do?
So I haven't thought about the Cody. I thought about the result, and I think the result is going to be Cody turning them down. I think I have not thought about the process. Like, is it just going to be Rock and Cody comes out? Rock cuts one of his, off the cuff promos. Cody cuts a promo in return, turns him down, and then
Cody hasn't said a word yet to The Rock. Think about it.
Not since the offer. No, not since the offer. He has not. He hasn't
said a word. He said nothing last night on SmackDown. They haven't had a back and forth, which is what I'm saying.
Nope. Yeah. So I think this ends with Cody rejecting him. I don't know. I think that'll just be, if that happens, then that means, we're on course. So if that happens, then I'll be fine. I'm even expecting that maybe Dwayne it just gets a little long-winded. Okay. The Rock is a little long-winded. Okay. He's old. It happens.
It's going to be 20 minutes.
It happens. Okay. I'm expecting that at this point. So, I mean, as long as he's not just like going on for 40 minutes, okay, I'd be okay with whatever happens.
Paul, I'm thinking. Paul asked, "What if any surprises?" Randy is an option. Jade, Roman
is an option. Roman is an option as well.
I think those are the three. We've been wondering for a while. Is Becky Lynch in the building? Is she in Toronto? Man. Is Asuka around somewhere?
Ooh, because she's been tweeting a lot. So maybe. I feel like every pay-per-view we talk about Becky Lynch or Asuka or someone else showing up, and they never do. Okay, so I'm not gonna do it this month. No, sir. You ain't gonna fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Okay, no more. Yeah. I'm not predicting Becky Lynch no more.
Yeah, so she's coming out tonight. She's definitely gonna be there tonight. Cody's gonna do the fake cry. Oh God.
Oh my God.
Oh God. I just want to hear Rock say "Mama Rose" one time though.
Think about your mama, Mama Rose. Think about your mother.
I was thinking about this. I don't know why, because he's mentioned them twice. If Rock brings out Brandy Rose and it's
that literally popped into my brain. Like the millisecond before you said that, that popped into my brain.
He's mentioned them like twice.
Yeah. If he he surprises Cody by bringing them there or something, that would be.
Oh God, that would be hilarious. Man, I don't know where we're going on this one. I don't know. And that's the fun part about it. I think this is going to be a good pay-per-view. I don't think we're going to be disappointed. And if we are disappointed, I think they're going to have a quick turnaround on Raw to explain what happened. They're going to need it. So I don't know what Rock is doing right now. I know he's got a lot of movies lined up. So how often is he going to be? Are we going to do some Are we gonna do some movie set things and via
Yeah, I
satellite?
think.
Remember he used
Yeah.
to do a lot of via satellite things. So
Yes, I think we're
he
getting a
has
lot
to
of
be
that.
involved. He can't. He just can't be disinvolved right now and then disappear for 3 months. He
Yeah,
can't.
we're getting packages. I think we're getting video packages from The Rock at the bare minimum, and then occasionally we'll get the appearance. So
Okay, so I think it's gonna be fun. But here's the thing: Raw is coming to Kansas City,
it
the great
is in
Kansas
April.
City, the
In
great city
April,
of Kansas City in April after WrestleMania.
I think it's like 2 weeks after WrestleMania.
About 2 weeks after WrestleMania. It's gonna be hot. Y'all see my son, y'all know my son. Hopefully he has some great days at school so we can go. It's around his birthday too. So we're working on his behavior in school so he can go to this
Listen,
Raw. But
oh my
he's already
goodness.
hyped. But I think that's gonna be a fun show. Are you going?
I think absolutely we're going. Like every time now, Raw. So I think it was the live event we went to first. No. It was SmackDown. It was not. Yeah, it was the last SmackDown that came to Kansas City. I took my fiance and her niece, and now her niece is hooked. So every time wrestling comes to town, she wants to go. So every time they
Okay.
come to
So
town, they
when you
ask.
get your tickets, call me. I, so we need to be around the same area or something. Whatever.
Go.
Just keep me in contact. But I think it's going to be a great pay per view tonight. I think it's going to answer a lot of questions for the road to WrestleMania. Then after this, it is all WrestleMania. It's
Yeah.
We're not playing around no more. There's no pay per views to interrupt anything. It's all WrestleMania after this. So I'm
Yep.
ready for the ride, man. I'm
Me
ready for the
too.
ride.
Me too.
Uh, like like I said, man, this is gonna be crazy. I think tonight's gonna be crazy.
It could be. If they do Rocky, Cody Rhodes main event, then I'm expecting some huge surprise if they do end up doing
Cause oh man. So two words for you, man. What's your two
that.
words
Yep.
for tonight?
My 2 words for the tonight. Mm, sold out. Sold out. Who's selling out? I don't know, but somebody is.
Soul out. That's a good one. That is a good one. They are actually selling Rocky shirts that say "Soul." I want your soul. he's
Of
he's a
course they are.
genius.
Because of course. Because of
He's a
course.
genius. So tonight's gonna be fun, man. We'll check
Yeah.
back in a couple of days, see how I went, recap Raw, and y'all know what it is. Thanks Caleb, thanks Paul, man, for interacting, man. We appreciate that. Thanks for the questions.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep this live. I know I don't know how to set this thing up, but we're definitely gonna go KC, of course, always.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
The combine is today, so I need to brush up on my 40 times.
Yeah.
So we'll see y'all, man. Have a good night. Get your
Yep.
popcorn ready. If something crazy happens, you're
We
probably
might
gonna be
have
at
to.
work. But yeah, we're gonna tweet about this.
I
I'm
might
like,
like I might sneak a camera in there or something. We'll see.
all right, man. Give Harold my love.
Yep. Yep.
All right, we out.
All right.
Peace.